Okay, welcome to our latest Fumbbl match. This is a game I just played against Straume, who's one of the Straume, who's one of the top European coaches. We're both doing reasonably well in the Welsh Open, both at 2-1-1. I had a bad first game and then a draw and a couple of wins after that, coming off the back of a 3-0 win in my third game, which is pretty cool. But now coming against Straume's Undead. With my Slann. So on my side, I've got, oh no, we've flipped us round. Oh, why am I the away team? I'm never the away team. So I've got a Dodge Guard star, who's my sort of main threat really, because with the Welsh Open you're allowed to stack skills, but obviously you pay the price for doing so. So you get fewer skills if you stack them. And so I've got dodge, and I've got a strip ball catcher. I've got a strip ball lineman as well. So these two, depending on which race I'm playing, it's a combination of my guarding catcher leaping in, and then one of these two leaping in to do the job. Completely failed in game one against Chaos Dwarfs. That was when I completely came unstuck because he had a strength 4, obviously bull centaur, with sure hands, so it made it very difficult to get the ball off him at all. And then I've got a block lineman who sometimes does the job as well. He would have been good against the bull centaur, but just didn't work out. That way, he's got a load of guard mummies, guard whites, got a tackle white, who's obviously a threat against my dodgers, and then he's got a couple of block ghouls, and he's got a sure hands ghoul as well. So obviously he'll be getting the ball against my strippers. So let's see how we get on. I won the toss and chose to kick. This is really weird being in the blue team. I'm never the blue team when I do these reviews. So he gets a high kick and sure hands ghoul on the ball, predictably enough. I survived the initial barrage pretty well, so quite pleased about that. And then I had the shortest first turn ever, in that I really didn't do anything. I just hit the tackler and then stopped, because my guys are in a reasonable position. I didn't want to engage any of his players. So then he gets this solid cage going on, so load of guard around the ball, and just lots going on. So I do the 1 dice blitz with the blocker, and then just push the ghoul back. And so my plan really was to go for the strip, blitz in if there was an opportunity, but I didn't think there'd be many opportunities, certainly. So my plan was just to stop him making any sort of progress at all, really, and just tactically try and get as many blocks as I could out of it, and see what I could do. Really, I'm finding it really difficult to see the difference between my players and his with this review, so I apologise for that. So I'm just knocking his players back a bit, really. And what am I doing here? Oh, this one I am going for the blitz, actually. So what I've got I brought this player around to cancel out this assist here, because I'm planning to blitz, I think, from here. So I'm going to bring the guarder in to either this position or this position. Can't remember. Let's see what happens. So the guarder is going to leap to the back, and then so he leaps in there, manages it, but needs the reroll on the leap. So so this is a blocker against sure hands. Obviously, it's better than a stripper. So what I tried to do there, so I got the 1 dice, only got a push, and I wasn't able to reroll it because I'd already used the reroll. And then I misclicked to dodge back to there. Got away with it because it didn't die. If I died, that would have been an absolute shocker. But yeah, it just happens sometimes. It hardly ever happens to me, but it was very, very frustrating. There were bad words said at that point. So that was my first opportunity for the blitz on the ball carrier. And basically, if I can get a 1 dice on the ball carrier, it's worth a go. Tanny Gray Thompson got smashed, so that was my strip balling lineman gone. And this was quite a nice move. So to keep up with the ball carrier, he blitzed with the mummy. So he hit and then moved with the mummy, and actually went for the go for it as well. So yeah, the extra guard in there was useful for him to have. So all I'm doing at this stage is really getting in the way of the ball, getting in the way of people here, and then so he didn't make enough progress because he can't really afford to zoom away. So even if my players are going down, he doesn't get too far away from them because he sort of has to stay with the mummies. And so my guarding guy was on the floor, but still managed to get into this position. And I think I've got a So where's the blocker? He's around here somewhere. There he is. So he should just be able to go into there and then get the 1 dice again. See what happens. So leaps in, doesn't need it for there, and then 1 die splits, and I used a reroll on that one, but again just got the defender stumbles, so no good at all really. And the problem obviously with these things is they do leave these players, obviously the most valuable players end up in the middle of the cage and liable to be smashed. So yeah, so I've had 3 1 dice on the ball so far, and nothing good to come out of it, sadly. But my players are holding up reasonably well, which is good news, and he's actually going backwards, which is excellent news. We're on his turn 5, so he is in my half, but he's out now. This I really like, this sort of cage here. This is what you'll see against leapers quite often. He's got a guarder there and the ball carrier there, so the guarder is next to the ball carrier, and then he's got this and this. And actually this applies when you don't have a guarder as well. If you can get this sort of, if you ignore these 2 players, it's like this TIE fighter shape here almost, where this assist here can't be negated, so it's sort of a wider cage, which is quite nice. So yeah. So all I'm trying to do is just beat him up a bit at this stage, because I'm reasonably happy that I'm sort of in the way. Yeah, so that's quite cool. And at this stage he shimmies over to the side, sort of moving away from my Garda, who he also fouls for good measure. Did he get sent off at that stage? Yeah, he got sent off. He gets sent off for a stun. But he's still got the players. That's not the end of the world for him. So all I'm doing here is just absolutely just getting in the way. Really nice hit on the white there. Let's see what happens to him. Oh, he's dead. Woo! But sadly the regen worked for there. But he's only got 8 players left on the pitch now, which is tremendous news. So really useful that player didn't go down there. So he only got the defender stumbles and didn't choose to reroll it at that stage. Never roll a push. So yeah, so he's only got 1 turn left after this. So looking reasonable. This ghoul's obviously a threat, so that's the one I'm going to be targeting furthest forward. And so just doing what I can to get him down. So this is my blocker here. So I'm going to put the assist in on there and then run over and blitz with the blocker and to get a lucky pow there. And so I've just got a load of players in the way basically. And then the dodges outworked with the catchers. That's cool. So all he could get here, he could only get a push there. And so this just left him with that 6-up dodge there. I think that was the best he could do. He also had I don't know, was a 5-up, 5-up, 4-up, 3-up. But 6-up, 3-up was obviously better than that. But he did not get the 6. He came close to it with a 5, but wasn't to be, so he went down. And then I just did a wee bit of pushing to finish off. Managed to KO the ghoul, which was quite good. Honestly, don't remember if he came back the second half actually. So I just did a load of punching. Did the ghoul come back? No, yeah, the ghoul came back, so that was irrelevant. So 3, 6. He had, did he have 11 for the second? Oh, yeah, he had 11 for the second half, and so did I. 11 on 11, which is quite cool. I managed to stop him scoring, keep him out. Nice weather on the kickoff there, and I don't get anything good from my hits. Just do a load of pushes, get the ball, and then just secure it really. He engages loads of my players, basically getting the guard in there, getting the mummy to cause a bit of trouble. I shimmy back over this way. It's always nice to get a power on the ghoul. I'm just trying to abandon the mummies, basically. That was really nice that all my dodging worked on this one, except that one. So that was quite nice, but he does manage to get a guard on the ball carrier. But no major concerns here. So what I'm going to do over here is just push down this way a bit, and it's all going well until Snake Eyes. Ow, Snake Eyes. which was a bit disastrous, to be honest. And then the next time I looked, my ball carrier was on the deck. I think I looked away at this thing. So let's have a look. Let's see where the ball carrier on the deck comes from. Very good. No, not very good. What has he done? So he's done some very clever stuff. That was really nice. So I was a bit disappointed to miss that. So he basically chain pushed a couple of players so that there was a route through to my ball carrier with his tackling white. Yeah, really nice play there to get that one out. Feel free to play that one back if you want to. But yeah, so that was pretty cool for him. And then the Shorehand Ghoul is lurking as well. So he's got the ball. And having been in a reasonable position, it all went pear-shaped with the snake eyes, as can sometimes happen. Fouls again, and this time the worst of possible fouls, double one, gets sent off. Right, so he has got the ball, but it's not completely safe by any means. I've got one dice blitz on it, but I get the both down this time. I get the both down, and then the ball carrier, and then the blitzer catches it, which is a bit stupid. So he's standing next to a mummy, so I don't really have a choice except to dodge out. So it's a 4+, 2+, because he needs to go for it. So it's a 4-up dodge away. I think if I made that dodge, I probably wouldn't have gone for the second one. I would just have held out there. It was just standing next to the mummy I didn't like. So dodged out there, but failed. So go down, and then it all becomes a great big mess. See, I'm still pleased with how my armor's holding up because, Slann can fall to bits a little bit. I remember I was playing Undead in a tournament game recently and against Slann, and he engaged me and I just demolished all his players. So he failed to pick up the Shorehands, but it bounces to the mummy who catches it. All very silly. So not too bad actually. So what I'm going to do here is strength 6, but I have got a strip ball catcher there. But I do need the assist, otherwise it's going to be 3 dice uphill, which I didn't like much of. So I put the assist in with the Garter and then knock the ball free. Now, I have a catcher lurking there who's quite nice because what he could have done was get the ball and then come down here, giving this guy 2 dice on the Ghoul. But sadly, I needed a 3 up for the pickup and I did not make it. Used a reroll, bounces, and is in that horrible position there. Punchy, punchy, punch. Someone's having a laugh now because the ball scatters to the mummy who catches it, who fails to catch it, and then the white gets it. And having just moved again, so the same position with my blitzer. It's happened twice the way the blitzer has caught the ball. So punchy, punchy, punch. Yeah, so his white's on the ball, which isn't the best person to have on the ball because there's no dodge on there, obviously. So strip ball would do the job, or just punching him, to be honest. Yeah, so he fouls the Ghoul up, fouls the Garter again, who's still on the pitch but stunned again, because if he'd stood up, that would have been an easy 2 dice on there, on the white, as it was. So I need to bring this guy in to cancel this assist down here, and then to give me the 1 dice. So I have to knock this Ghoul away, so that this one could come in and then just do the 1 dice blitz. Let's see how that goes. So I'm just getting my players to safety. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and come in. And pow! Hurrah! So a bit of a pow there, which is good news. And this time my catcher's on the ball, which would have been brilliant if he hadn't already moved, sadly. So more punching. I think he uses the reroll up early doors. So his reroll for the turn. But doesn't matter because he manages to get the ball loose, and then again his Shorehand Ghoul is lurking, comes in, picks up the ball, and then runs off with it, and then there's free mummy there as well. So yeah, nice little cage going on, except for this Ghoul who can easily be knocked away. In comes the guarding catcher again, who's totally man of the match, and I get a pow on the ball carrier, who knocks him out as well. Now, where's the ball going to go? It's going to go southeast. Ball goes off. Let's have a look what happens. Ball goes off and gets thrown up to there. And who's lurking? It's a load of frogs. So it means this guy can just knock him away and then go and get the ball. Does that work? Does it work? Does it work? Does it work? Let's have a look. So yeah, manages to do that one successfully, and he's got the ball. Hooray! Now this one, I could probably have gone for it once, but I much prefer making the opponent roll dice. If I'd gone for it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would have actually put him out of range of this white. So I think going for it might have been the preferred one, but as it was, he didn't actually do what I thought he was going to do. I thought he would knock this frog away, but he went for the dodge, failed, and that allowed me to run in for the score. So yeah, lucked it in the end, but quite a pleasing win there. That ball scattering back, I reckon, was recompense for my snake eyes. So I'll take that, because that's how probability works, I'm sure. Thanks for watching. See you next time.